The movie tariffs.
Yeah, the movie tariffs, what they've done is other nations have been stealing the movies, the movie-making capabilities from the United States. And I said to a couple of people, what do you think? I've done some very strong research over the last week, and we're making very few movies now. Hollywood is being destroyed. Now, you have an incompetent, grossly incompetent governor that allowed that to happen, so I'm not just blaming other nations, but other nations, a lot of them, have stolen our movie industry. And I'm saying, if they're not willing to make a movie inside the United States, and we should have a tariff on movies that come in.
You see it alter content where it's very blatant and people catch on, but there are a lot of examples that are subtle that many people don't know. So for the ones like you remember probably Red Dawn, right, the remake, the bad one, they changed the bad guys from China to North Korea, which, by the way, torpedoed the movie. It doesn't make any sense. People are like, wait, what? We're supposed to be afraid of the North Korean invasion? They're coming in. They actually
How many are there? Like 17?
Yeah, there's not enough.
They can't get over here. They're all malnourished.
Yeah, they don't have enough body fat to make the trek.
They got to the rice
the
store and
zombies.
stopped.
Yeah.
Think about, and this also is a good example of how it shows that it's a hostile nation. World War Z, okay?
Yeah.
They changed the zombie outbreak, starting in China to India, which is funny because India is much more of an ally, but India didn't find it so offensive that we couldn't just have it in India. They're like, it's just a movie. It's not
Who
real.
cares? Did it come from poop?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's more realistic that way.
It really kind of is.
We appreciate the shout
I
out.
didn't know that, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Yeah, what was it? They had, remember Doctor Strange? The character was the ancient one. It was a Tibetan in the comics, but then Tilda Swinton in the movies. And I know it's hard you confuse her and Caitlyn Jenner, like post-op.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
And then you've seen these ones. You remember when John Cena was apologizing? So John Cena, is there anything more American than pro wrestling and people like John Cena? And I know that it's big in Japan. But in other words, this is something that's embraced largely by middle America. That was the business model. And then you have someone like John Cena apologizing for simply referring to Taiwan as a country.
你好，中国，就是叫西呢。我做很多采访，很多。所以在一个采访，我有一个错误，我有一个错误，我必须说现在就是很重要。我爱更尊重中国，更中国人。我很抱歉。对我的错误，对不起，我很抱歉。